have a great race today. So we're in the semifinals of the top 8 bracket. CaptainPaxo versus JackJuggler. They are competing to make it to the grand finals of the tournament for the $50 grand prize for first place. So it'll be best of 3 today. Runners will be making sure their VSync is on and they can start to head into the point where they can skip the first cutscene.
Yeah, this is
But
gonna
definitely
be
an exciting race.
exciting race, as Hamster said. I'm Laser. The Uncoms as well. Yeah, both of these runners actually quite close in PBs. Jack getting his PB today, actually, getting a 22:49 second place time, and Paxo having a 23:09.
Yeah. All right. Well, we can get these runners started. You all are good to skip the cutscene in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Skip the cutscene and start. So yeah, definitely going to be a good race today. It's sort of interesting. Jack did get that PB today, a 22:49, which puts him in second place. CaptainPaxo, sort of the veteran of this game, longest standing runner of this game in the tournament. So he does have that going for him, but will Jack's, extra, 20 seconds on the PB sort of make the difference here? Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, as you said, PB might not be the only thing that matters. We also have to look out for the runner's consistency, because these races are best of 3, no reset. So just like one mistake, one try missed could cost the entire race.
Yeah, but we have room 1 here. Looked pretty decent from both runners. We do see Paxo doing the slightly faster strat of swapping to the guard to get a better spawn in room 2. That'll save him a little bit of time. Yeah, some corner cuts on the fences. It's going to be pretty standard from both of these runners here. But yeah, I think Paxo's path to winning is to, sort of just play consistent, not make mistakes, and just hope that he can get those, 23 4x, 23 3x times in these races. Jax is going to be, sort of try to push the pace, get Paxo in a position where, he's behind. I'm not sure gold-wise. I think these runners are pretty close for Greatest Kingdom. I think I think it's going to be interesting. They have pretty similar golds, but yeah, we can see Paxo sort of taking the lead in this room 1.
That
Jack actually struggling.
yeah.
Good backup from him though.
Oh, and he just misses the
Oh,
pause. The first time he realized he didn't get the jump roll off, so he just reattempted it, but not pausing, and that is gonna be a minute 40 time loss at least. That's assuming
yeah.
he knows how to play the room properly.
So now he will have to collect all of these gems in order to, build this key to get into the next room.
Yeah, we were talking about the one tries that could potentially make or break this race, and right away, not even 2 minutes into the race, we already have a massive setback.
Yeah, thankfully he does clearly know how to play the room. It's not the fastest playthrough, and it's really going to sort of put him behind Paxo here. Paxo will probably be, about a minute 40 ahead.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's even more, considering he just
Oh yeah,
played
true.
the room cleaner itself. Jack also, like, it was the second time he was attempting.
And this is exactly what Paxo is looking for here. Just play consistent, hit the one-try skips. Maybe the pace is a little slower, but if you can get everything consistently, on average, you're going to set yourself up well. We have barrier clip here from Paxo. Takes it a little slow, but definitely not too bad. Gets the skip. Kind of messes up this corner cut here. But, yeah, not too bad. And we can see Paxo is almost 2 rooms ahead of Jack here. I'd say the lead is about, you know, a minute 30 plus. Yeah, I'd say it's about a minute 55 difference. Just visually on the screens, at least.
I think Paxo did start a little bit earlier from stream delay, but like the lead is at least a minute 50.
Yeah. We do have gold jumps coming up here for Paxo. I'm guessing he's going to be going for the buddy up version. 2 seconds slower, but sort of the older strat, very safe.
Actually getting the
And
vertical buddy up first try, that's one of like the problems with the safer strat. It relies on getting the vertical buddy up. So you can
yeah,
actually spiral just getting horizontal buddy up after horizontal buddy up, and it loses a lot of time.
I know he does have a setup. He kind of took it slow there to really set it up so that you can get the first try buddy up. But if you're in the right spot, you'll always get it there. So nice from him, just a very consistent strat. Jack doing the piece picker build here. And yeah, he will be going down this wall. He can save a little bit of time here. It didn't look the cleanest from Paxo on this mining room. Yeah, 2 first try hits there, and if he can hit one of those, perfect. Yeah, so I think saving just a little bit of time in that room to Paxo maybe, but yeah, Paxo definitely with a very solid 524, not too far from his gold at all. I don't think he'll be too upset with a 524. Paxo or Jack, sorry, making barrier clip as well. Very nice. Also making the same mistake on the corner cut. Interesting. I think we will see Jack probably go for 1-player gold jumps if I had to guess. I could be wrong on that. But I guess we'll see. He is a person that tends to go for updated strats, especially if they're 1-player. We have Paxo heading towards the hub with a pretty nice bush launch. He's going to be going for 3 hover.
Yeah, you'll always take a first try bush launch. One of the more inconsistent launches in this game. So it's always nice to see
Yeah.
it first try.
Yeah, it is definitely not the easiest to consistently get first try, so it's always good, especially in a race setting when you get it. Jack will be going for the 2-player version, and we can see him, he does miss the buddy up. I think that was a 4th try vertical buddy up. So he's going to be losing some time to Paxo here. Yeah, Paxo making his way through the hub, and Jack will be heading into the auto-scroller. There is some interesting stuff coming up in the hub here. I'm guessing we'll see an 8 hover attempt from Paxo and then sign launch as well. Sign launch, one of the newer skips, but using a disconnect buddy tech by hovering with a specific character and then swapping and butting up with the other character, you actually put your characters or one of your characters in a very weird state where they're able to get split up very easily while in the buddied up state. And if you have the right collision, you can actually launch yourself in the air. Saves about 10 seconds.
Yeah, and the fortunate thing is, since you have to hover over these first 2 rivers anyways, it literally loses no time to set up the disconnect state.
And we do see a 9 hover there from Paxo, it looks like.
Paxo taking an
Playing it
interesting
safe, I
line.
can respect it. Yeah, he's taking the old line there. It's a little bit slower, but not the end of the world. And get very nice side launch. That was very quick. And now he'll be heading to this half inbounds, half out of bounds door that will take him to inside or to the final room of the 13th level. We do have Jack hitting a very quick 2 hover as well after a first try bush launch. We can see Jack almost 2 minutes behind out of Greatest Kingdom, but he definitely hasn't given up. That was a very aggressive bush launch and a very aggressive 2 hover, and he's showing he hasn't given up just yet. He is going to put the work in and see what he can do. You know, it's all in Paxo's hands right now, but if Paxo makes a mistake, Jack will be ready to pounce. We can see 8-18 from CaptainPaxo. Very nice.
That was a really solid LFP.
Yeah, very, very solid exit there. I'm sure Paxo is not complaining about that. In fact, this probably is more or less PB pace for him at the moment. Yeah, we'll see how this room 1 goes for him.
Yeah, if he continues at this pace, he probably has a decent shot at PBing, especially since there's a couple of new things on the doorstep that make the level more consistent.
Yeah, and as he heads into this cutscene, we can look at Jack's hovers. Maybe he'll opt to go for 8 hover here to try to save that extra, 1.8 seconds. And it looks like he will. Yep, barely gets it actually. Kind of didn't get much of a boost ahead on that. But he is taking the slightly better line here. If the Jack launch, or if the, Sign launch goes well here, Jack will probably make up a little bit of time in this split, at least in this first part. And he does miss it there. Paxo's was incredibly fast. And misses it as well. This is going to be a problem point.
The problem with this is once you miss it, your camera gets completely screwed up. So now it's a lot harder to actually get the line to cross, but he does land right on top of the bridge.
Yeah. Opts to drop out as well. He's going to do sort of a safer strat than Paxo. And an interesting trigger hit as well, but gets it. In the meantime, Paxo has been setting up birdless, a pretty textbook, plays it a little safe, I'd say, but very classic birdless there, not really any issues. And he's gonna, that's one more one try. That's actually the last one try skip of the run that is going to be a problem. From now on, it's all just, difficult skips. Sure, you can retry them, but they might lose a lot of time to miss. And yeah, it's important to, keep on playing well here.
Paxo actually had a lot of trouble trying to get into the spot for birdless. He kept like falling down as he was trying to jump up the collision. So
Yeah,
not
that can be
really
tricky.
what you're looking for when you're on PB pace like this, but still has a decent shot.
Yeah. And really what you're looking at is just hitting birdless, right, in these races, especially when you're as far ahead as you are of Jack. We can see his exit here. Jack sort of, he's, what is that? He's made up a little bit of time, I think, but, or wait, no, he's lost some
No,
time, actually,
he
sorry,
had
what
a
am I saying?
worse
Yeah,
LFP.
yeah, the sign launch miss, it was going well until sign launch, but the sign launch miss actually lost him, some more time compared to Paxo. Yeah, making his way through this Azog fight as Jack heads up to birdless. Jack really does need to hit this and hit this well. I am confident, though. He's a very good runner. He does do this a little differently. He hits the thing with player 1 instead of player 2, which is a little bit slower, but yeah, very nice setup from Jack there. Very quick. And probably perfect timing on that. Jack must have that down to a T because he got a very fast launch there.
Yeah, getting like the optimal amount of height to just make it over, but not spend any extra time in the air.
If he went just a quarter of a second. Oh, and Jack falls down. That's not good.
No, he already cranked
Oh,
the
he already
handle.
pulled. Okay, I see. Yeah, he was just very far behind. Okay, that's a lot better. But yeah. Yeah, it's sort of interesting bottlenecking there. Paxo going for 0 studs in this fight. Trying to lose the studs in the downtime. Yeah, Jack is finishing up here. Does miss a slam onto Azog, and little things like that do add up in a split like this.
Yeah, the only like big skip in this level is birdless. So if you hit birdless, you're gonna have like a somewhat similar necromancer every time, but you can still make up a lot of time just from the micro optimizations. This room especially,
Yeah.
it looks like an auto scroller, but there is a lot of time to be made up. Paxo's keeping his promise, purposefully avoiding all of the meat.
I will
It's
say,
actually
at the
kind of
moment,
difficult to
though,
avoid.
yeah, he is at 6, so he's not going to he's not going to manage to avoid all of it. But we'll see how this goes. Maybe he'll beat Jack in the materials race. Maybe he won't. Does miss one build there, but backs it up with the other player pretty nicely. And yeah, now he is exiting the Necromancer. Hopefully he'll get 0 studs here. Very nice. And yeah, he will be heading into On the Doorstep. Definitely excited to see how this goes for him. You can see a 1454, sub 15 is really what you're looking for in these. At this level, for sure, Paxo is excited for that. Definitely puts him on PB pace with a solid On the Doorstep.
I'm very surprised that icicle launch worked. He got like no height and barely made it up. But
Yeah, thankfully the launch forward, or he held forward at the right time to, you know, sort of just barely get onto the collision. But honestly, very solid. And we'll see how fast OTD goes. This is crucial for him. Misses the first try buddy up. Backs it up perfectly and gets the height. Very nice. And it looks like third try vertical buddy up. I don't think there's going to be any complaints about this. That's pretty solid for a race. We do have the new statue launch here. Gonna be make it a lot more consistent to get a good statue launch. Very nice. Paxo is he's gonna be on a pretty decent pace here. This is not gonna be far off from his PB.
We're losing the light. Come on.
And a very nice spin launch too. Yeah, this is solid. He is going to be losing 0 studs here. He's not gonna hit it, unfortunately, but that's a 4-second time loss. It's not ideal, but very solid pace. Very solid pace, and I think this is probably PB pace. It's really showing Jack that Paxo is not here to lose. Like, yeah, we can't see that status screen time loss of the studs showing up.
I was a little bit surprised that he did the like he buddied up in the last room with player 2 instead of player 1. Normally not what you see, and I think that's the reason why he collected studs on player 1.
Yeah, well, he does play the whole level on player 2,
Oh, so I guess he
which I
just
think
does
is
it
interesting.
backwards.
Yeah, he does do it like that. I think he just did the movement incorrectly um after the spin. Jack with the first try Jack launch is what, or but icicle launch, not Jack launch. First try icicle launch. So yeah, definitely not giving up. Has a pretty large deficit though at this point. Over 2 minutes from what I can tell.
Yeah, Paxo actually finished on the doorstep before Jack even finished Necromancer.
Yeah. Statue launch here from Paxo. Is he gonna? Oh, he could have had that. All you have to do is roll sort of upright, but he does get a second try.
No, no.
This is actually on pace to be probably the best time of the tournament, assuming he's able to close it out. Because
Yeah, we'll
right
see.
now, the best tournament
It
time
looks
is 23:02, I believe.
23:01.
01.
Yeah. He is 12 seconds ahead of sorry. He is 10 seconds ahead of his PB right now. So, yeah, this is 22 pace. Assuming this inside info goes well, he will need a pretty solid time. He's not going to be going for toast slide, that's for sure. But yeah, with a solid inside info here, he can PB, if not get that 23 barrier out of the way. He does miss one chandelier skip there, but making his way into the end. And he'll be coming up on the unskippable cutscene. I don't think this has been the cleanest from him, but I don't think it's anything to like complain about at this point. For where he's at with this room, I think he can still PB with this.
Yeah, he did have
Do you see
the
Jack?
statue law, or like the statue skip issue, and then a little bit of time loss on chandelier skip, but everything else is pretty solid.
Yeah. And it is worth noting, because these runners are saving, they lose 4.5 to 5 seconds. So, you know, with that in mind, Paxo is really like on pretty solid pace. But yeah, Jack, we can see how this room goes for him. I think Jack is slightly better at this room. So we can see if he can try to make some time up here. He does miss statue skip once, though. Very similar to Paxo on that level of the room.
Yeah, the race right now is definitely in Paxo's hands. I would say he would have to have a disaster for the result to switch.
Yeah, for sure. And with Jack launch, anything can happen, but Paxo is very good at Jack launch.
Actually holding the community gold for that room.
Jack hitting the camera pan skip here. Looks like it'll work. Executed very nicely. It looks like Paxo will just be getting out of this unskippable cutscene as Jack is starting it. See how chandelier skip goes for Jack. Does get one kind of unlucky piece spawn. Paxo with a first try buddy up on that launch. Very nice. We'll see how Los launch goes for him here. Oh, and he shorts it. That's unfortunate.
That might kill
That's
22, which is very important.
Yeah.
Actually, it's still maybe possible with a really fast Jack launch. But that really sucks. I think he only lost like just under 10 seconds so far in this room.
Yeah, I think 22 is dead. I could be wrong, but definitely still PBable here. Yeah, Jack is on pace for a low 25, assuming the rest goes well, so that gives Paxo quite a bit of time to just hit this last skip. Although I'm sure that's not what he's thinking about. He's thinking about, can I get the 21 here? Can I get the PB? And it looks like he's going to need a first try to get the 22. It is possible here. We'll see. It's possible. All right. Good push of the pieces.
No way.
And
Wow.
It's gonna be right up. It's gonna be really close. Is that a 20? Is that a 22?
Wow. That was an incredible
Wow.
jackpot.
Very nice. Let's see what the final time on that is. (22:59). GG's to CaptainPaxo with the best time of the tournament, a PB. 22:59. That is gonna put him in 3rd place on the leaderboard. Or no, is he still 4th place? That's still 4th place, but a new PB for him, breaking that sort of mental barrier with the 23-minute barrier, and that is going to put CaptainPaxo in a very, confident position heading into the 2nd race. Even if Jack didn't miss gem skip, that is a tough time to beat.
Yeah, he
Well, we will
needed
see
to
Jack's
lock in on that jack launch to clutch the 22, and he absolutely did.
Yes, that was a very good Jack launch. Like 1 second off of CG for that room. And there's kind of some RNG-ish elements to that room too. So he executed that very, very well. GG's to Paxo. That's insane. And it is worth mentioning, he missed 0 studs and on the doorstep, and he lost around 5 seconds to the saves. So very, very close to some other runners' PBs. I know he said earlier today he wasn't feeling too confident after some of his earlier attempts, but man, he really showed us what's what here. Jack is finishing up with this Smog mini boss fight, and then he will head into Jack launch. Yeah, Paxo definitely showed us this race why he's going to the finals, or why he thinks he deserves to go to the finals, and we'll see if he can carry that through to the next race. Looks like there's a little piece in the way for Jack. I can't entirely tell. Maybe it's not in the way, but struggling to get this buddy
No,
up.
there's definitely something in the way. Oh, gets it anyways.
Yeah, very nice. And honestly, for missing for just that time loss in Greatest Kingdom, that's not that bad of a time. But yeah, when Paxo's putting down a 22-minute time, it's hard to compete. Okay, well, GG's to both runners. A very fun first race. And I think we are good for runners to start to head back to the title screen and get ready to start the 2nd race, unless either of the runners needs a break. Yeah, runners are good to reset their splits as well. You can see Jack is ready to go. Paxo is heading back to the screen as well. And both runners can go ahead and show their settings, and then go to the point where they can skip skip the first cutscene.
Yeah, with that win, Paxo's going to be up 1-0 in the series. Just needs to win one more to qualify to the finals.
Yeah, this is all or nothing for Jack. He needs to win here to even have a chance, and he has to win 2 in a row to make it to the final. So definitely not over. Jack still does have the better PB, but CaptainPaxo is showing us consistency and Yeah, why he's showing us why he's the one of the goats of the game. Been running for over 5 years now at this point.
Yeah, I'm assuming the runners should be ready because of stream delay. So if you guys want to start, 3, 2, 1, go. Good luck, guys.
All right, yeah, I am excited for this next race. This will be good.
Yeah, we'll see if Jack is able to claw back a win after the big mistake last time. We'll see if Paxo is also able to put a similar performance.
Our king asks you to go and oversee today's mining operation.
Yeah. All right, we'll see how this room 1 goes here. Not too bad so far.
It's always interesting to watch a room 1 in a no reset. Because usually it's a spot that a lot of runners will actually lose like a second or so and just instantly reset in PB attempts. But in a no reset situation like this, you have to continue whatever you got. So it's interesting to see if runners will make a mistake and if they'll let it affect their mental.
Yeah. It did look like you know, Jack's room was maybe like a little bit better there, but it's very similar. Paxo did start visually about 1.5 seconds, 2 seconds before Jack, but very similar. But yeah, they are tied heading up into Gem Skip room. This room is going to be crucial.
Its wealth lay in the earth, in precious gems hewn from rock, and in great seams of gold, running like
Jack
Yeah,
already,
basically synced up.
already looking a little bit better than last time, having trouble with the handles. That looks good for both. And we are
Very
gonna
nice. We're
actually
going to
have a
have a
race this
close
time.
race. Yeah, this is exciting.
Yeah, this room, need to collect some materials. This is actually probably the room with the most variance in the entire level, not including just like missing a big skill. It's just
Yeah.
the most difficult one to play optimally.
Yeah, this room is definitely tricky. There is a little bit of like true RNG um, in this room. It doesn't really vary your time in the room by more than 1/2 second, but there is some true RNG, and it's important to be able to react to that well, and that's part of being a good runner at this game, being able to react to the weirdness. We do have some gems here. It looks like Jack got better RNG.
ever they delve deeper.
Actually going further down to try and hit the center of the green gem.
They found it.
The silver and the green one are actually very close. I think the silver one's just a little bit faster,
Yeah, yeah.
but not actually paying off. Missing it a couple times.
It is. Yeah, it is sort of a strategy. The gold and the diamond are impossible to one hit with 60 FPS the first time around. And so it is possible to miss it the second time around too. So you'll see a lot of runners just opt to do what's maybe very slightly slower and just skip it and go to like a silver or green one instead, just for ease and the guarantee that you'll one hit it, you know. But very solid barrier clips from both runners. You see Paxo is just slightly ahead, Jack just barely behind, and I think this gold room will be interesting here. We'll see if We'll see how these gold jumps go. We did see last time we're getting the buddy up version of the gold jumps. We'll see if Paxo's able to, you know, take advantage of that first try buddy up. Actually not getting it this time. And they're more or less tied at this point.
Yeah, especially with
It's going to be
stream
very
delay, I
close.
think Jack is going to be like exactly tied.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if this is tied to the second exiting Greatest Kingdom. So yeah, it's definitely gonna show like the importance of consistency and looking for proof here. We'll see if how the sign launch goes, how the looking for proof jumps go, even bush launch. Bush launch here is going to be crucial.
Yeah, 5:26 for both runners. Tied to the second.
Very, very nice. Sort of what we expected. It wasn't the most clean Greatest Kingdom, but it definitely wasn't bad either. Yeah, we will see bush launch here is going to be pretty important to hit first try. Jack actually getting the pan animation things. We're going to lose a little bit of time there. And Paxo struggling with the jump up the house. Man, they are just perfectly synced up. We'll sort of get a bush launch visual here, see how this goes for them. First try for both, very nice. Now I think if we get the...
Both getting the exact same launch with a ton of height.
Yeah, and both went for 3 hovers there, and man, they are just... I think Jack is a little bit ahead now, just because of the lines that he was taking. But, man, they are really close. I think Jack is probably maybe a second or two ahead. I'd say 1 second ahead. It is also funny, Jack has his graphics settings turned up and Paxo does not.
Yeah, it doesn't actually make a difference
contrast.
in this category since you're capped at 60 and most people's PCs should be able to hit 60 FPS regardless of what settings they have. But in a category like any percent or NLE where you are allowed to uncap your FPS, most runners will actually play with the lowest graphic settings just to maximize FPS.
Yeah, now we can see will a runner go for 7 hover here, or 8 hover, or 9 hover?
I would be surprised if we saw a 7 hover.
Yeah, it looks like Jack went for 9 there, and Paxo only for 8. So yeah, just like that, they're going to be pretty much tied back up again. And now, yeah, we can see how these sign launches go. Paxo first try again, very quick. Jack also very quick. What a race. This is great. First try from Paxo.
Both.
And first try from Jack. Very, very nice. They're going to be like 1 second at, well, Jack misses a jump there, gets a little stuck, but they're going to be very close to tied.
I think Paxo's going to have a second lead or so, maybe 2 seconds.
Exactly. I think 1 to 2 seconds there Paxo gained just from the inside being a little bit cleaner and saving maybe a little bit of time on the trigger hit, but very nice. And just like that, they're from the first level all the way to the end of the 13th. Now they're heading to the 14th. And yeah, we can see the 2 second difference there. Paxo with an 820. Very consistent, very close to last time. Just 2 seconds behind. Jack with a 822. And actually, that's the exact same looking for proof that Paxo got last run. So very, very consistent looking for proofs here. Just really showing Paxo's strength.
Yeah, and he has some time to make up from the last run in this split.
Yeah. Yeah, Paxo does do sort of an interesting route in the room 1 here. Jack doing a more classical one, but Paxo actually saving time. Jack struggling to hit that statue. And now this is, you know, sort of the last one try, like we were talking. This is the big skip to hit. There's no margin for error.
I think given how both runners have been playing, a miss for either would almost instantly cost the race.
I would agree. Right. Paxo struggling to get the roll. He needs to go more left here, and I bet he'll get it. Yeah, he does. Just like that, they're all synced up again. All right, assuming a good, you know, a good launch here, timing it correctly, they're gonna be pretty close to tied. So you can sort of see the different setups there, and they just result in the exact same time. Just like that, I think Jack is just maybe 1 second ahead. We'll see how this 1P2C goes for them both. This is perfect. This is a great race. This is what you love to see.
Jack having a bit of trouble hitting the crank on the left side. Player
Yeah,
2.
just like that, he kind of lost his lead all just right there. Very
That's just
nice.
the micro stuff we were talking about.
Yeah, and those are the things that Paxo, you know, with 5 years, maybe even 6 years of experience playing this game, he's gonna have like some of that knowledge. Jack, obviously, not a newbie to this game at all, but Paxo has a lot of 1P2C. I'd say more 1P2C experience is his strength here. I think Jack is more experienced with the game as a whole, but Paxo he's been playing this game for a long time. He's played a lot of games with a lot of difficult 1P2C, so I don't think it's too it isn't a stretch for him skill-wise. Whereas Jack, more new to Lego as a franchise, more new to 1P2C, and I think that's sort of gonna be where Paxo has an advantage.
Pax also spread out a lot more with the Lego games. He's played a ton of different ones. And Jack
Yeah,
mainly
exactly.
sticking to this game and then dabbling in maybe Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, LCU as well. Right, but yeah, we will see Paxo taking maybe a 4-second lead. Just sort of with a cleaner room there. Jack is known for being very fast in this boss fight. So we'll see if he's able to sort of make some time up here. I wouldn't be surprised if we see another very, very close exit. Looks like a decent build from Paxo there. Decent from Jack as well. No, no fails. Yeah, we'll start to see some zero studs deaths. Man, this is a great race for sure. I really enjoy seeing the differences in the micro things that each runner is good at. I hope it stays like this all the way up until Inside Info Room 1. That'll be a great room to sort of see a visualization if they're really close.
Yeah, I don't think we've had a like a 1v1 match where the runners have been like super close for an entire
Yeah,
race.
This is definitely the closest so far, at least up to this point. Things start to get really difficult in this next split, though. Very nice build from Paxo there. That was great piece recognition there.
Yeah, I would be quite shocked if both runners are able to play a very similar OTD. That's probably one of the most difficult parts in this entire run, and definitely can have one of the largest variants.
Yeah, the thing to keep in mind is both of these runners have PB'd today. Like, they've been grinding for weeks, months, and they both PB'd today. So these runners are both in their element at the moment. Like they're both on fire. They are not gonna miss. I think this is absolutely fantastic to watch. This is gonna be a great match. They're all warmed up and on the doorstep. I'm excited to see how this goes. I hope both runners play their best and nothing dumb happens and we can just see sort of, you know, who the most skilled runner is here. We can see Jack just barely behind, but he has made some time up in this boss fight from being about 4 seconds behind. And yeah, I bet we're going to see Jack, like, maybe a 2-second difference here, tops, and exits. Very, very fun race so far. 2 seconds, yeah, just like that. Neither runner gained or lost any time to the other there. And oh, Jack gets the first try buddy up, but misses it. Paxo struggling with Icicle Launch. It looks like that's going to work from Jack, and Jack is going to take the lead just like that. And Paxo gets it right after. Yeah, just like that. We can see sort of the volatility of on the doorstep here. These skips are punishing to miss. You can retry them, but they're punishing to miss. Jack missing the first try buddy up twice now. Oh, and he's put himself in a tough spot with those buddy ups, and Paxo hits a very fast one first try. Jack also backing it up very nicely. I am so impressed with this right now. They are... Oh. So Jack actually hitting that cutscene is going to sort of give Paxo the opportunity to save some time here. Paxo hitting statue launch first try. Jack also hitting it first try. What a race. This is absolutely fantastic.
Paxo missing the vertical launch here. He just like kind of rushed it. He wasn't standing still when he unbuddied up. Jack getting the horizontal one, going for the spin launch.
Really struggling. He's not doing it correctly at all. Does get it there, but Paxo is going to take the lead. Overall, you know, icicle launch problems, but a cleaner room 2 there from Paxo. I'd say a cleaner room 1 as well, and Paxo is going to, I'd say, have like a 8 or 9 second lead. Maybe more than that, actually. I'd say gained 8 or 9 seconds in this on the doorstep. Yeah, it looks like a 9-second gain there. And yeah, it is all on inside information here.
Yeah, don't think Paxo's gonna be able to PB this one unless he absolutely pops off.
Yeah, he is gonna need a very good time here.
Especially since he
they're
doesn't
both
go
on the
for
same platform.
Especially since he doesn't go for toe slide. It's gonna be because he needs a 604 to PB.
Yeah, I think Jack does go for toe slide. Am I correct?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure he has the best room 1 gold without toe slide with a 610
okay,
or 210. Sorry.
Fall utterly short of your enormity, O Smaug.
All right, statue launch here, or statue skip here from Paxo. See how this goes. Attempt 1. Opts just to not try to fight that. Misses it again, and Jack has the opportunity to catch back up here. Just like that, they are so... Man, they are so close. Jack is a slight lead at the moment. I don't know which runner has better or worse loads, because RTA is a factor. But I know Paxo did start around 2 seconds before, so assuming even loads, it is very close.
I think Jack probably has a 3 or 4 second lead This Paxo losing so much time to statue skip.
Yeah. Man, this is going to be close. We'll see. I mean, Chandelier, like one Chandelier skip miss here could, you know, sort of put Paxo in a better spot. I think Paxo does the two-player setup here, whereas Jack probably only goes for the one-player setup. Oh no, looks like they both.
Oh, but Jack getting a piece stuck. Losing a little. Oh, still getting it. And
Paxo having the same problem where he goes into the other part of the Chandelier. Oh no. And that is going to give Jack a pretty large lead. The biggest lead we've had all race, I think.
yeah, I mean,
Aside from out of on the doorstep, like, and just like that, it's swapped. This is definitely Jack's biggest lead, so far of the race, I'd say.
I think the biggest actual like on-screen lead we saw was maybe after Icicle launch, with Paxo losing quite a bit of time, but it's probably similar to what we have right now.
Fantastic race, absolutely fantastic race. And I mean, from here on out, this next room is all skill. It's all on you, right? So we'll see how that goes. Jack launch. There's a little bit of, okay, is it RNG? Not really, but a lot of it is in your control. Basically, I'd say 90% of everything from here on out is all in your control, maybe 95. So we'll see. Who is the runner that can keep cool? I bet they're both watching right now. I bet they both know how close they are. It will be interesting, you know, how can Jack handle the 10-second lead here? Or will Paxo be able to, you know, come back, show that consistent gameplay, and then take this series 2-0?
It's not gonna work. These furnaces are stone cold.
We've no fire hot enough to set them ablaze.
Have we not?
I did not look to see you so easily outwitted. You have grown slow and fat in your dotage.
Slug.
Take cover.
I will confirm, it looks like the lead is about 16 seconds for Jack, actually. More than shows up on the screen, so that's a pretty impressive lead for Jack. We do see some struggles with this first buddy up here. Wow, Jack is just losing all of his lead right here. If Paxo gets a first try, he is gonna catch right back up. Paxo with a slightly faster one.
Yeah, I'm surprised he made it over with that launch. He like barely made it over the invisible wall.
Definitely very low. Both runners hitting low launch. Paxo's is a little bit slower, but man, this is neck and neck. This is neck and neck. It's all coming down to Jack launch. Paxo has the best ever Jack launch time. Jack is the one that found the skip. It's named after him, and it's all going to come down to that. This has been an absolutely fantastic race, no matter what happens in this next room. This is the best race of the tournament, probably either tournament so far. We'll see. It is important to hit these cycles. It can be easy to miss them with nerves, but Jack timing them a little slowly, just playing them really safe. We'll see if Paxo knows if he's gonna. Yeah, still maybe Paxo's playing it a little bit more risky. Jack doing the dropout. It's on keyboard. See how this room goes for him. Oh, he kind of has a piece stuck there. That might do it. Gets the correct buddy up, but doesn't get the launch. And Paxo with the launch, and it looks like Paxo is gonna take the series. It's so close. It's so close. Jack also gets the launch, but I think Paxo takes it. Wow, what a race. And CaptainPaxo takes it with a 23:36 compared to a 23:40. What a race by these two runners. Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, only
Absolute cinema.
wow, only 4 seconds. Came down to 4 seconds. That is ridiculous.
That was one of the best Lego races I have ever seen ever. Huge GG's to both runners. That was absolutely fantastic. It does not get any better than that. Wow, yeah, that's incredibly impressive. 4 seconds.
Yeah, and with that,
CaptainPaxo, yeah, he's moving on to the finals.
so yeah, Paxo is
Yeah.
going to advance to the finals and play against the hamster. And then our third place match is going to be me versus Jack. But yeah, we are going to get Paxo in for an interview. Paxo, how's it going? How do you feel about that win?
I am shaking a lot, dude. That was so close.
Yeah, that first race was really impressive, pulling out a PB in a tournament, especially with the time loss from saves.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, I had probably one of the worst practice sessions I've had in a long while, kind of earlier today. I think I ended up getting one run which was like 22 4x pace into II room 2 and then through from there. And then I had like 2 hours where I couldn't get anything else like without making a major mistake out of like looking for proof. So I have, I mean, I have Hamster to thank. Hamster gave me advice for consistency for Birdless just before we started these races, and knowing that I could get that each time was just such a like mental block removed that it just allowed me to kind of get those better times.
Yeah, for sure. So how do you feel about having to play against Hamster in the finals?
Well, I have the fastest time in the tournament now, so that means I'm the favorite, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But no, genuinely, Hamster's absolutely phenomenal at this game, like in a class of his own. I think on my day, I'll be able to take 1 or 2 games, but we'll see. It's a best of 5. It's like a pressure's going to be kind of off me, so I'm just going to try and push as hard as I can, but also play as consistent as I can. Keep getting these low 23s, mid 23s, and it's balls in Hamster's court at that point.
Yeah.
I do have a question. Were you watching the race, especially for the second race? Like, were you watching? Were you aware of how close it was?
Not at all. I turned it on in the unskippable cutscene, after having that awful IRM 1, and kind of realized I was about 15, 20 seconds behind maybe, and was just like, okay,
So,
putting that away,
yeah,
lock in.
yeah, it was. I think it was 16 or 17 seconds behind, out of or heading out of the unskippable cutscene. But man, it was so close up until that point. There was never more than like 4 or 5 seconds of variance between you two at any point up until icicle launch. And as soon as icicle launch happened, you caught right back up to Jack. It was incredibly close all the way through, up until like all the way to the end. Really, it was so close. But yeah, absolutely fantastic race. It was a great one to watch.
Yeah, no,
But
thank
yeah,
you. Huge GGs to Jack again. It takes two to tango in these in this race format. So Jack, absolutely phenomenal, especially that second run, and has had a fantastic run through the tournament. And yeah, best of luck with the third place.
But yeah, with that,
yeah.
we're gonna take a quick look at our bracket. To be it. So, as we said before, our finals matchup is going to be Hamster versus Paxo, and they're going to be playing for $150 for first place, and then $75 for second place. And then our third place match is going to be between Jack and myself, and the winner of that is going to get $50. Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
it, unless you guys have anything you want to say.
Well, yeah, 2 more races in this tournament left. Definitely some exciting stuff, so be sure to tune in for those. I don't think we have a date for either of those yet, but definitely stay tuned.
Yeah, with that, thank everyone for watching, and we will see you for our finals and third place matches.